hear that, boys? Listen to that crowd cheer for us. Let's get this win for our fans tonight. Let's pump these people up.
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. Next to me in the booth are Steve Kerr and Clark Hello. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And one of the players we'll be seeing in this one, the captain.
It seems to me that anytime the game is on the line, he's perfectly willing to be the hero, or the GOAT for that matter. And that's what it takes to be clutch in big situations. You can't be afraid to fail.
And Steve, very few players have his finishing ability. We see him get a lot of and one because even if he draws hard contact, he is able to play through that and typically score.
The New York Knicks come into this one after a win against the Magic in Orlando.
Tell you what, the way they shot the ball in that game, Kevin, it looked like a shoot-around out there.
It sure did, and all the more impressive it's built.
New York Knicks.
Gives him the lead pass. Huffman. He can fly, can he? He'll make you forget he's a point guard sometimes.
Yeah, they needed to.
Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
I asked him about the matchup problems created by a player like Andrea Bargnani, a 7-foot sharpshooter. He said,
banked in off the glass. The captain's got 6.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving.
The captain, this game an incredible scoring display for him. And that one's good. Shumpert.
Kind of threaded the needle with that.
It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. Passes it to the captain. That's good. The captain's got 8. Kicks it to Shumpert. Hits the three-point bomb. Shumpert's got 5 points so far. And Verdang back in the 2013 playoffs. He tried to practice the complications.
Happy with his care during that incident, and said nobody from the Bulls checked up on him at the hospital. So I think that cast a real cloud over their ensuing contract negotiations.
See how the East is matching up. Taking a look at New York. Unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position.
Clark, I mean, they're one of those teams that is capable of kind of turning on the switch when the postseason approaches. So I get the feeling they're just kind of biding their time until springtime. Well, the Miami Heat, since the Big Three assembled, have been a polarizing team. Some fans rooted for them, others rooted against them. Either way, they've been an incredible story for the league and have become just a huge draw around the NBA.
And New York making a change here. Aldridge has checked in. Both free throws good from the captain.
Boy, that was solid.
Dives for it. Stolen by Bargnani. Here we go, all alone. The shot's good from the captain. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Knicks. Doubled by Felton. Shumpert passes to the captain. This one for 3. And good on the basket. Book it. The captain's got 17 now. It's rebounded by the captain.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
A lot of confidence.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. This is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition. Well, his body control is what I notice. I think that jumps off the page when you watch him play. Even with a defender draped all over him, he's able to find a way to get to the rim and get the shot to go in.
And there's something else on his resume that can't be overlooked. Just how many times he's taken over at the end of close games and carried his team to the win.
The Heat trail by 12. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
hey guys, the captain in their last game against the Magic delivered quite a performance. He finished with 60 points, and he was just about on target from everywhere, hitting from deep as well as sinking his free throws. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance at Clark here tonight?
I'd say no chance, partner. And that's not a knock against him. It's just that he was so good that night, I don't think he could possibly possibly do it 2 games in a row.
He was Kelloggian. Is that a word? We can use that word, can't we?
It is now.
Oh, look at Steve. He didn't like that, though. Look at him.
Let's just say he was really good.
Passes to Early. His first attempt of the game finds the target. Early's got his first 2 points of the night. Here's Huffman. That's good. The captain's got 4 points in the quarter, shooting 40%. Now the pass to the captain. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And that's now 24 points for the captain. Belton. And they're able to recover. And he gets it to go. Tendall staying open to new ideas. He spent time in the summer studying football coaches and their techniques.
Yeah, kind of an interdisciplinary interest in greatness. And, that's what goes into building a champion. Spoelstra, very intense and focused, always trying to find an edge, even if he has to kind of step outside the box a little bit.
The Knicks shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Jose Calderon. He's checked in for Cole Aldrich. That free throw good from the captain. He's got 27. To the inside. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
As the big lead becoming bigger, I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Knicks out front, just dominating this one. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. And now a view of the Chrysler Building with all of Manhattan glittering under the night sky. You know, the captain has been exceptional here, guys.
As effective as he was slashing to the hoop in that first half, he was even better finishing once he got there.
Those were some incredible dunks we saw. I mean, incredible. I can't imagine he'll be able to top those in the last 2 quarters.
On the court for the Heat is it to Shumpert, the captain, for 3, and he gets it to go. The captain's got 32 points.
Defensively, they're really their strongest players in the front court, but that hasn't limited their ability to get in there, mix it up, and come up with a lot of rebounds night in and night out.
Yeah, you mentioned their lack of size and strength compared to the post players around the NBA, but
here's Huffman. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. Yanni passes it to the captain. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the 3-point shot at that end.
Pass to the captain. Kicks it to Bargnani. And there's another.
Shouldn't surprise you that players shoot better off the catch than they do off the dribble. It's a big reason passing and ball movement tends to be more effective than one-on-one isolation play.
He's been so reliable
by Dallenberg. Here's Huffman. The big dunk at the end of the break. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for this game.
Is finally getting away from it.
Yep, it has gotten away. There's not really anything they can do now.
Here's Huffman.
Throw down. Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
And the fans loving what's transpired here tonight. A really good victory for these guys.
Sure was. I mean, they did just what they needed to do to keep the visitors from getting any momentum.
Target with that shot. So no problem for New York as they get the win. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, the captain.
Points, quite a game. Without a doubt, you were a critical part of this team's win. Any comment on how you scored?
I was just on, man. I don't think I'm going to put up 40 every night, but I think I can try to. Sometimes you just got to give me the ball when I'm feeling it. And credit to my teammates. They played the supporting cast perfectly. Look out, though. This is the kind of game that can put me into beast mode. When I'm in beast mode, there's nobody in the league that's going to keep me from getting mine. Nobody. You hear me? Yo, I'm about to show everyone what's up. All right? Just give me the ball, because it's time to win. Let's go, baby.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Kyrie Irving is out there with Mike Miller, and it's Verjao in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for New York, Huffman in at point guard. Elo is the 3, Amari is at the 4. Amon Shumpert is out there with Dallenberg. Well, it sounds like he is ready to go today. We'll see if that translates to the rest of the team. Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. Kevin Harlan here, along with Clark and Steve. We're always glad to see you. Thanks for joining us. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting 5 for both. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent.
And Anthony sends it back. Here's Verjao. Can't get it to go. So New York will take it the other way. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
That game nearly got away from them.
6 to shoot. And that one is hammered home. Tremendous stuff from a guy, Clark, we think more of.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
This could be a back-and-forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch. And at the offensive end, he's done about it.
Energy guy, but he's expanded his offensive skill set and has made great improvement as a passer. From his rookie season to now, he's more than doubled
the ball. He has 6. He feeds it to Love. LeBron. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board.
You know, typically, guys, he has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. I'm not sure what happened there.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the game right now. 2 shots. That's good from the captain. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Anderson Verjao. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You take a look at the Cavaliers. What a run they've had this year. In first place, back to Shumpert. This one for 3. Count the bucket. Shumpert's got 5. Pass to the captain. In low to Dallenberg. Chance shot, and he sinks the layup. 14 points for the captain.
Perseverance paying off on the offense.
Tries from 10, and again it's New York. 3 minutes of action.
Yeah, how about that last lead change, guys? That's number 7 for the game.
The shot's good from the captain.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just...
Hey, guys, the captain in their last game against the Heat got the job done. He ended up with 44 points and also did some work on the glass, grabbing a few rebounds to help out. Just numbers that really jump out at you in the box score.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players, have a lot of great games, but that Clark was something special.
Kevin, it really was. I mean, they threw everything but the kitchen sink at him, and nothing slowed him down.
Let's just say he was really good.
Here's Verjao. Here's Stoudemire. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Knicks.
That's in the heart.
Here's Huffman. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. And that's now 21 points for the captain. The Cavaliers trading it around, and they double him up with LeBron. Taken away by Anthony. And now Anthony pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Boy, I love active hands on the
steers. Get to the free throw line. It's nearly automatic. The 2K leaderboard show us this month's free throw shooting percentage leaders. Well, you look at the captain, second in the NBA. He's so great from the line.
Well, if you're on this leaderboard, Kevin, whether it's for the year, a month, or one game, your coach and your teammates are happy because free throws mean points on the board, and a better chance to win when you knock them down. Find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early.
Pass to early. Here's the captain from past the arc, and he gets it to go. And the Knicks lead. That's tipped. Here's Huffman. And the first half ends in a close one. Knicks lead by 3. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Welcome back to the Big Apple, the light of New York City reflecting off the East River as we return. You know, the captain has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, he tore it up on the offensive glass in the first couple of quarters. Love the effort you're getting out of him.
Incredibly persistent, which is what it takes to be a successful offensive rebounder. I should know. I used to eat a lot of glass in my day.
To account for defensively.
And you go back to his shooting percentage just for a minute here, Steve. I mean, think about it. What makes a guy a high percentage shooter?
The captain passes to Shumpert. Knocks down the 3 ball. Shumpert's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, this is what happens when he gets on a roll. You are not going to see it.
You got to keep it up to take the lead.
There's the pass to the captain. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Well, among the centers and power forwards of the NBA, these are the players with the softest touch around the bucket. Some terrific shooting percentages for the big men. Amari Stoudemire, number 1.
You know, he's gotten to the top of that list because he has a terrific array of low post moves that allows him to free himself up to get to the basket for very high percentage shots.
And not only that, Steve, we always talk about athleticism and length and speed, but strength is a factor in this game too, and it allows him to board every single night. Yeah, he'll make a walk of shame back to the bench. He gets to watch the rest from the sideline.
Jason Smith, he's checked in for the Knicks. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just did one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great...
You put in 26 points tonight. It was clear you were a force for your team, chipping in so much on offense. Do you feel satisfied with your performance, even though the team lost?
Honestly, it doesn't really matter what I put up if we lose. Sure, the points helped, but it's just a small part of the equation. I know I could have done more on the floor, and if I did, we could have come away with the win. It gives me a lot to think about going into practice tomorrow and leading up to